Hey guys, I'm George from MovieWeb. How are you?
Hello.
Hey George, how's it going?
Good, very good. Such an interesting movie. Ronan, I want to start by asking you, sometimes I think filmmaking is a little bit like painting or visual art, not just in the obvious ways, but how story beats come together and add layers or flavors as you go. I'm curious how your background in visual arts impacts your directing in the case of this feature.
Yeah, I tried to really think of the two of them as not super separate, as almost just two kind of different expressions of the same impulse when we were making Anemone. And the paintings I'd been doing over the last few years had imagery that definitely has a lot in common with the film. Like I had this kind of preoccupation with extreme weather and did this series of tornado paintings based on like storm chaser photographs and stuff that ended up really informing that kind of visual language. And I think the paintings had also gotten more narrative, and I'd been using more kind of photographic references for the paintings recently. So yeah, it was really interesting to, I think I realized more and more actually as we were shooting it, how much kind of overlap there was in the imagery and just the ways I was thinking about it. But also the amazing thing obviously about film is that painting is such a solitary activity, and you're just reliant on you're just kind of banging your head against the wall trying to make this image work in a room. And with film, it's like you're working with this incredible team of people that are all like very adept at different crafts and collaborators like Sean, and it was yeah, so that was a really magical experience to translate the same kind of obsessions into that medium.
Sean, it's always great to see you like alive and well, because I've seen you. Of course, we've seen you go down so many times.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, man.
And I want to ask you, why do you think, have you thought much about why you so frequently, there is this thing of your characters and Sean Bean dying and things. Why do you think it is? Have you given any thought to that?
I don't know. I die. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. They just kill me off. I survived this one, but I guess I play. And I've played quite a lot of villains. So of course, they always have to die, don't they? Usually, unless you're Dracula, and come back. Think about that actually. And I've played. I've got no problem with that really. I'm here now. I feel as though I've achieved. And, I'm busy on other projects as well. Sometimes I suggest to them, look, I'm unavailable for a few weeks, so I'm doing something else, so can you kill me off? No, I'm not joking.
Sometimes it's good for scheduling.
But they always say to me, oh, we should keep you alive. It's so fucking late now.
I love it.
I'm all right,
I want to ask, I'll start with you, Sean, and then maybe Ronan, you can chime in. This is a the two of you plus Daniel Day-Lewis, obviously, that's the core of this. What about this how'd you guys bring him back? Like, cause he was out. How'd you guys suck him back in out of retirement to doing this?
Well, it was a very gradual process of, we'd kind of like independent, it turned out we had independently had this inclination to do something about brotherhood, about brothers, and the kind of the silence in sibling relationships and the kind of beauty and tragedy in that archetype. And I had been thinking about doing something in that world for a while, but couldn't really find a way into it. And then when my dad first kind of mentioned feeling sad about the idea of us not getting a chance to ever work together after he had decided to stop acting for a time, and I was delighted at the idea of doing that, but we didn't know what that project would be for a while. And then eventually it turned out that he had actually separately had this idea of brotherhood and of wanting to kind of do something about two brothers. And so, yeah, it was just a really gradual kind of journey of finding this character and these two characters and this kind of they're reuniting under mysterious circumstances, which we didn't really understand at first, and it slowly started to piece together. And then we eventually realized that the script was going to really materialize into like a fully fledged feature that we were both excited about. And we went to Plan B, and Jeremy and Dee Dee there both really understood these multiple aspects of the film that we weren't sure whether anyone else would be interested in. So it was like that was an exciting moment. And then we just went from there, and we couldn't imagine anyone else than Sean playing Jem. So we were both really excited when he wanted to do it.
Thank you.
Well, I have to wrap. Thank you both so much for your time, and really
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
talking to you and your
Thanks
work on
very
the film.
much.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.